I get to shine in the smart class. On a Saturday afternoon when Papi is working and Izzy is out playing, Mommy sees me sitting up in bed, a book close to my face, and she says, "Talk to me. Let me hear your voice. You always have your nose in a book." Mommy, please don't make me feel bad because I love to read. I'm sorry, mi niña. I'm a little jealous. How quickly you devour all those books as if they were chocolate bonbons. Books saved me during all those months I was in bed. I know, mi vida, but now that you're better, you have to enjoy life. Okay, Mommy, I'll try, I say, starting to feel a little exasperated. Tell me, Rudy, what are you thinking about? Everything's fine, I say, eager to go back to my book. I've been missing Chico. I hope he's doing all right in Mexico. Do you think he'll come back? I hope so. He brings happiness wherever he goes. He's pure alegría. At least he can go back and forth to his country, not like us. We can't ever go back to Cuba. Isn't that sad? Ay, mi niña, we're getting too tristonas. Let me brush your hair, she says. You have such nice curls now, and soon you'll be a young lady. Oh, Mommy, not now. My hair has grown out, though it's not as long as it once was. Please, she insists, are you going to be angry with me forever? I'm not angry. You can brush it. Mommy gently moves from my roots to my ends, smoothing my hair for an instant, until it returns again to its natural curliness, like Papi's hair. So tell me about the book you are reading that you never want to put down, Mommy says. It's a book of Greek mythology. What's that? Ancient stories about gods and goddesses who once lived on Earth. I just read the story of the god Apollo and the nymph Daphne. Apollo adored Daphne, but she wanted to be free, to wander in the woods by herself. And he kept chasing her and chasing her. One day, he was about to catch her, and she called to her father, who was also a god, to do something so Apollo would leave her alone. Her father heard her cries, and as she ran from Apollo, she suddenly felt thick and heavy. Her hair turned to leaves, and her arms to branches, and then her legs turned into a tree trunk, and her feet into roots. She became a laurel tree. Apollo was so sad to lose her, but then he used his powers to make her a tree that stayed forever green, so she'd never die. That's a strange and beautiful story, mi niña, and you tell it so well. Mommy, I want to be an artist, and maybe a writer too when I grow up. Those are big dreams. But they're not impossible, are they? In my time, women didn't dream so big. It was enough to marry and be a good wife and look after the children. Now it's different. But you still have to grow up. A mother needs to take care of you for you to become a grown-up woman. Mommy, I'll never forget how you took care of me. Te quiero, Mommy. I love you. I say the words in Spanish and English, so she knows how much I mean it. Ay, mi niña, I love you too. Did I say that correctly? My English is getting better, isn't it? It is, Mommy, much better. Now you can get around everywhere by yourself, and you can defend yourself in English, if you have to, right? Así es, mi niña. That cashier at Dan's supermarket who always bothered me, I finally said, "Leave me alone or I'll call the police." Now he bows his head when he sees me. Yay, Mommy, that's great. But can you and I still speak Spanish together so I don't ever forget it? Of course, Rudy, por supuesto. Her eyes gleam brightly without the usual cloudiness of her tears. I hope you realize how proud I am of you. Please say you won't love me less when you've grown up and become an artist and a writer. I'm glad you have so much faith in me, Mommy. Don't worry, I will still love you when I'm famous. I smile at the thought and then become worried when I glance down at the book on my lap and have trouble making out the printed words. Mommy, I haven't wanted to say anything, but I think something's wrong with my eyes. I'm finding I have to hold the book very close to my face to read. Oh no, mi vida, maybe you need glasses. That's the thing. I don't want to wear glasses. Then I'll be a girl who not only needs crutches but also wears glasses. Everyone will feel sorry for me. Come on, mi niña, let's not think that way. If you need glasses, you will wear them and hold your head high. Next day, we go to the eye doctor, and he asks, "Can you see any of the letters?" I can only see the top 2 rows, the big letter E and the F and the P below. Your eyesight has deteriorated, the doctor says. I tell him about my broken leg and how I stared at the ceiling for a long time and how I read 2 or 3 books every day lying in bed. That explains it. I get grown-up glasses with black cat eye frames that Danielle thinks makes me look very sophisticated, and after a few days, I forget I'm wearing them. With my glasses, I see cracks lining sidewalks, the petals on dandelions, the iridescent mother-of-pearl buttons on Danielle's blouse, and all the words and sentences and math problems that Mrs. Margolis writes on the blackboard. I love my glasses. Joy was right. Being in bed for a year gave me an advantage over the other students, and school is easy for me. Now I get to shine in the smart class. Each day in Mrs. Margolis's class, Mrs. Margolis asks us questions. Anyone know what this word means? Anyone know what book I've taken this sentence from? Can anyone tell me how to solve this math problem? Anyone know the capital of Utah? Anyone know the names of all the oceans of the world? Mrs. Margolis looks around the room to see who will raise a hand. She can count on me to always raise my hand. I raise my hand so much that Mrs. Margolis has gotten used to saying, "Anyone besides Ruthie know the answer?" When I walk home from school with Danielle, she says, "Ruthie, one day you're going to be a teacher. You're so smart." But as we pass the sidewalk where we used to play hopscotch, I grow sad. I don't know if I'll ever play hopscotch again, though. Of course you will, Ruthie. You can play if you want to, Danielle. I won't mind. Really. Danielle shakes her head. No, Sherry, I am your friend, and I do not want to play hopscotch until you can play. We sit down on a bench in the park next to our buildings, joining the old ladies who go to the beauty parlor once a week and protect their hairdos with hairnets kept in place with bobby pins. Izzy, Dennis, Lily, and the other kids on our block play tag or toss a ball around. They've thrown their jackets and school books to the ground and are all chirping like little birds with delight. Danielle, go play. It's okay, I don't mind. I have an idea. Danielle, you go play and I'll draw a picture of you. I have a notepad and some colored pencils in my bag, and I start to draw. Danielle is so elegant that her hair stays in place as she runs. She's fast. The other kids can't keep up with her. And she's graceful, like a greyhound. So I draw her face and dark eyes, but give her the body of that dog with long, sleek legs. Every couple of minutes, she returns to my side, looking concerned. "You're sure you don't want me to be here with you?" she asks. "I'm fine," I assure her. "Go. I can keep drawing." She runs off but looks back to make sure I'm drawing. When she's done playing, she comes over and I show her my drawing. "This is for you, Danielle." "Très joli," she says. "Merci." "I hope you won't ever get tired of being my friend," I say. "Of course not, Sherry. We are true friends, and that is for life." The sun seems to shine so brightly as Danielle says those words to me.